Oh yes, this is something that we are very proud of. The global customer success team that I manage really covers every continent, every country, every region of the world. So there is no customer without a customer success manager. So as soon as we have a customer with us, they become a dedicated CSM working with them from day one, and no matter where they are. At the moment, my team is based in the continents where we have the most customers, which are Europe and North America. But of course, I want to have a team in every continent so that we are really close to our customers. And what we are doing at the moment is two main things in order to stay close to our customers. And that is, in the countries where we have most of our customers, we do roadshows, we do events, and we really make sure that we can meet our customers at least a few times a year, because this is of course very important for us. Especially in Europe, this is easy because we are in different countries like Germany, Spain, Italy, so it's easy to jump on a train and really go visit our customers or do these events. And on top of that, it is of course very important to have recurring online meetings with them. In those meetings, we do all types of things to really just sit down and understand where the customers are, what their goals are, what their needs are, but also do onboardings, do trainings, do Q&A sessions, do best practice sharing sessions with them, quarterly business reviews, and any type of meeting that they need. And an important thing that I would like to mention is that my team has been reaching out already to all our existing customers, the ones that have been with us for many years or for just a few months. But in case that you are one of those few customers that my team has not been able to reach out to, please contact us. You can contact me directly on LinkedIn, or you can reach out to our support team, and we will make sure that they contact you immediately so that you know who is your customer success manager. Thank you. When I saw that you were going to ask me this question, I decided to ask my team directly because I didn't want to tell any stories. I just wanted to tell what the team really thinks. So they told me three main reasons why they join and why they stay. The first one was having a true impact in the world. We know that with our products, we are really changing the investigations and the results that our customers are having. And this is no matter the type of investigation that we are doing. It can be with a small business, it can be with large corporations, but of course, especially when we are working with the government and law enforcement agencies, we know that when we support our customers and help them achieve their targets, we know that we are really changing the course of an investigation. We are contributing to solving a murder, to solving a case of kidnapping or human trafficking. So this is, of course, extremely rewarding for us and gets us very excited every single day. The second reason is the exponential growth of social links. And it is the exponential growth that we have had in the past, but also that we are targeting for the future. And they already saw this during the interview process and everything that you can read about social links. But now that they are in the team and they see the strategy and the actions that we are taking to achieve this, they are even more excited and want to be part of it, because they know if the company grows exponentially, then they will also personally grow exponentially. And they know, as the customer success manager team, if we help our customers be successful, then of course we will also be successful. And the third reason that they mentioned is the diversity and internationality of social links. And this from two perspectives. One perspective is the customer perspective. We have more than 500 customers in more than 80 countries, so the day-to-day never gets boring. They can be one day talking to a customer in South Africa, the next day maybe to a customer in France, and the last day to a customer in Israel. So it is very exciting. You can be in contact with many cultures, many types of customers. And the second side is the side internally. As I told you, nobody in my team comes from the same country. We all come from different countries. And this also applies to other teams. I personally come originally from Colombia. So I'm very excited to see how many people we have from Latin America in the team. We have people from Mexico, Venezuela, we have people from El Salvador, but also many European countries like Austria, Italy, Spain. So you can imagine our team meetings are a lot of fun, very loud, and very diverse. So it is great for the team to be in such an environment, and this is why they came and this is why they stay. Yes, this is key for us in order to ensure that we not only find the best solution for every problem that we encounter, but also to make sure that we really take advantage of the potential, the knowledge, and the experience that every of our team members brings to the table. So when I was recruiting, I made sure that we all came with different backgrounds and that we have different profiles so that we can all benefit from each other and grow together. Just to mention a few profiles so that you understand what is really important for us and how we are growing together. I think first of all of the strategic profile. This is a person that is looking very far into the future and that is making sure that the solutions that we find are not only great in the short term, but also in the long term, and that are the ones that are really going to be sustainable and help our customers grow in the long term. The second profile that I think of is the analytical profile, because of course we want to make sure that we only take data-based decisions and that we are deriving the right insights from the data that we have, and this is why this profile is also very important for us. And the last one that I can think of is we have someone in the team that is technically very, very strong. So she is the one helping us, making sure that every solution that we select is technically sound. And of course, all of our customer success managers need to be very empathic. They need to be able to put themselves into the shoes of the customers and not only understand what is that they need, what is it that they want, but also to understand what is the solution that they really would like to have and that would really be sustainable, because we don't want to implement many solutions for the same problem. If possible, implement it once and get it to work for the long term. So this is of course also very, very important for us, and every customer success manager needs to be extraordinarily empathic. And all of this together is what is allowing us really find innovative solutions together, find them quickly, which is of course also very important for us, and then also making sure that they are sustainable so that we can really grow in the long term and not just in the short term. What I see that our customers value about our product and the collaboration with us are mainly three things. The first one is being able to extract, process, and analyze data to which they would otherwise not have access. So this is of course very important for them, because with us they have access to more than 500 open sources that include messengers, social media, but also the darknet. And having all these sources allow them to really have a holistic picture of the investigation. And that brings us already to the second point that is very important for them, and that is accuracy, right? These sources also allow them to have a higher accuracy that they wouldn't otherwise have. And they tell me things like, when this investigation started, I already had in mind who was the target. I already had in mind who was the person behind this crime, but I didn't have full proof, or I only was sure to an 80%. And of course, when you want to be in an investigation, an important investigation like a murder, you want to be 100% sure. You cannot prosecute a person without having full proof that they are behind this crime. And this is why accuracy is the second point that is very important for customers. And the third point that they mention is, of course, speed. Because in theory, there are some things that our product does that could also be done manually, but instead of taking you seconds or minutes, it would take them hours, days, maybe even weeks. And this is not only an inefficient use of their resources, but also sometimes you don't have the time. There is no time to lose when you are in an important investigation. You don't want the person to escape that is behind the fraud or the crime. And this is why it is important to also have this speed in the investigations. There is another point that they don't mention explicitly, but that I have been seeing being mentioned more and more by the customers, and that is how it improves the collaboration with other areas. They are telling me things like, when this investigation started in the past, the detectives, they would only involve us when they were stuck on there or when they really saw the explicit need for involving us. But now they really see the value of the work that we are doing, and they involve us from the beginning in every single case so that we can tell them, yes, this is the way how we can support them. And this is, of course, improving the collaboration between the teams at our customer. This is improving how valued and appreciated the analysts that are working with our product feel. And that makes me personally very happy, because I see that we are not only having impact on the hard facts of our customers, but also on the soft facts like collaboration and employee satisfaction. And that is, of course, also very important. So it's great to see us contributing in all of these areas. Well, we have all types of customers, from governments and law enforcement agencies to large corporations, but also non-profit organizations and small businesses. And one of the things that really got me excited to join the Social Links team is not only the large customer base that we have, but also how strategically relevant this customer base is. And just to give you a few examples, we are currently working with law enforcement agencies in more than 50% of all the European Union countries. So this is, of course, a great starting point for us. We don't want to stay there. We, of course, want to grow in this area because we know we can have a great impact here. But also the large corporations that I was mentioning before. We are working with corporations that all of us know in the world that are in the industries of retail, communications, banking, energy, and they also have great cases. But one of the areas that makes us very, very proud and is very rewarding for us to work with them is the area of nonprofit organizations. So just to give you an example, the Stanford Internet Observatory published just a few weeks ago how we are contributing in the fight that they are having against the production of child sexual abuse material, and this is of course one of the best areas that you can be in to support this fight. But just to give you also a few other examples, we are also contributing to increase the knowledge and the best practices that many important organizations need to have so that they can also grow. For example, last year we were invited by the European Union Agency for Law Enforcement Trainings, the CEPOL, to present how you can, with our products, extract, process, and analyze darknet data. So this was an event that of course made us very, very proud. But also the invitation that we got last year to the International Conference of Investigators, where we were invited by one of the largest humanitarian organizations to present how with our product you can contribute to investigations in the areas of fraud and crypto. So these are just two events that I wanted to mention that shows also how we are positioning ourselves in the market and how we are contributing to increasing the knowledge in this area. I would say that, of course, all of our customers make us very proud. It's exciting to be in any of the investigations that they are, but I think especially when we are supporting governments and law enforcement agencies, it is very rewarding for my team and for myself, because we know that when we are supporting the customer to solve a case here, then we are contributing to solving a murder, to solving a case of kidnapping, of human trafficking, and there is really almost nothing that can be more rewarding than that. But also the cases that we support for large corporations are great because they are related to due diligence in merger and acquisitions, to anti-money laundering or financial fraud. And it is important to be part of these cases because we know that this can have an impact in thousands of jobs, and that is of course also very important for us. Just one story. It's difficult to choose, but I think the story of our Ecuadorian customer that had been working with us shows very well how important it is to have an international team, someone really dedicated to the customer and working closely with them. This was a customer that has been for some time with us. He was successful, he was satisfied with the product, he was satisfied with the support that he was getting from our team. He had received onboarding, trainings, and different assets to help him achieve his goals, so he was all set up. Nevertheless, this person that was working with him was someone that didn't speak Spanish, was someone that didn't have any experience working with the Latin American culture. So when the customer got a call from his customer success manager and he was able to hear she's speaking Spanish and she's from Latin America, this got him very excited. Of course, it's not just about the language and it's not just about where you are from. It's about being able to discuss things in detail, that she was able to show him what has happened with the product in the last months of years, what has been the development that we have been doing of the product that he already has and new products, to really exchange and discuss thoroughly what has been happening, what is the value that we can now bring him, and how we can set this all up together with him. It's about having someone that is dedicated to you and that not only speaks your language, but that can interpret beyond just words. So this was very excited for him, and since then he has been trying many new products. So it's great to see him developing in this direction. It's great to see him how engaged he is. He has been meeting with the CSM regularly. He has been organizing meetings with other customers so that they can also exchange on what is happening, what are your success stories, how are you using the tool. So it's great to see him, what they are all doing together. They have many plans for the future. I'm very excited to see what they will do together. Effective communication is one of the most difficult things, and it's never fully achieved. It is something that you set yourself as a target and you work daily on it. Also because you will constantly encounter new challenges, especially in teams like mine that are so diverse, and because we are not in the same locations. So that makes it very, very challenging. One of the things that I try to do is to really try to have a dialogue with the team, especially for difficult topics. Try not to communicate much via messengers, but really in the team meetings, so that we can all bring different perspectives, ask questions, discuss, and find the best solution for any problem or target that we set for ourselves. So that helps a lot. And of course, if the topic is more on a personal level, then discuss it in the one-on-ones and not in a large audience, so that we can really discuss it privately. Having different cultural backgrounds, having different mother tongues, having different locations, of course, only increases the challenges of effective communication. So when I just started at Social Links, I did encounter a challenging situation where I was working with someone in my team from a background that I barely knew. I didn't have much experience with it, and I was setting targets for the team, and when this person was delivering, it was not what I was expecting. So it was a bit frustrating for both of us, and after some time I decided to discuss it openly, to try to understand why is this happening and how can we solve it in a sustainable way. And the meeting was very friendly and very open, but it took us some time to really understand what is behind this and what can we do about it, so that we both improve. At the end, we came to 3 main points that would help us improve in our communication. First, it was to have also sporadic meetings, so not only the meetings that we have fixed every week, like our one-on-one and the team meeting, but also to have just spontaneous meetings together. Second was summarizing every meeting, no matter how simple the topics were, no matter how busy we are. That just help us summarize and have it in written for both of us. And the last point is also to try to meet more in person. This is of course not easy, but it will help us establish also a very close relationship. And ideally we combine it with customer meetings, customer roadshows, so that we can not only benefit from each other and build a relationship with each other, but also with our customers, learn from them, spend time with them. So I think this is also a great solution that will help us improve.